Hi, y'all situated, ready to go?
Yes, I think.
Okay.
Oh, look, it's our old friends, the Romans.
Yes, we have a fun Roman battle tonight. Welcome to story time. Tonight we're going to talk about the Battle of Cynoscephalae.
I'm glad you're doing this one.
Oh yeah. No, this one, as Stefan would say on SNL, this story has everything. I guess, I guess if we're going to liken this story to anything, if I'm setting the stage, I love to set the stage for our viewers when I'm educating them. This story can be likened. I call this story the bully and the new kid on the block. I think I should set it up by saying that what we're talking about tonight, the Battle of Cynoscephalae, is part of the Second Macedonian War, which is the second time that the Romans and Philip of Macedon, Philip V of Macedon, have faced off. So I'm going to back it up first and give you a little bit of background because there's a lot of intrigue that leads up to our particular battle tonight, as we've seen in most of these with our research. So I've got my notes here in front of me and I will see if I can give them a good coverage. If we go back to the end of the First Macedonian War, that ended in 205 BC, the Romans and the Macedonians, with Philip again, Philip V, were battling over a place called Illyria, which is not the same character from Angel. But it was resolved by a peace that they signed in 205, and basically that just maintained the status quo. So the very next year, as history is wont to do, our first bit of political intrigue occurs. King Ptolemy IV, also known as the Philopator of Egypt, he dies. So, with any good predecessor to a major war, we have someone die. That means there's a power vacuum. And he set his son, who was only 6 years old at the time, Ptolemy V, was in charge. This opens up some scheming on the part of Philip V. He decides this is his chance to get a little territory out of it. So he decides he's going to start making some play with Antiochus the Great from the Seleucid Empire. They're going to team up together and start doing a little bit of encroaching on these Ptolemaic territories. And that actually leads to a little side thing that we would call the Fifth Syrian War. So, not Syrian Wars 1 through 4, but number 5, apparently, it was a thing.
Yes, we played Syrian War number
Ah,
two
that's
a
right.
few weeks
Yes,
ago.
that's right. So Philip starts to move east towards Asia Minor, and he starts gobbling up territory in southeastern Greece, Thrace. He moves towards Athens, and then he starts going across the Aegean towards the Dardanelles and Hellespont and all that we've seen time and time again. And this territory at that time is now ruled by King Attalus I, and that whole area is called the Kingdom of Pergamon. And obviously, this raises a little bit of alarm on his behalf because now he's got this Macedonian king encroaching. So a few years later, Philip starts another campaign farther into Asia Minor, and he starts going towards places like Samos and Miletus. And once again, King Attalus is starting to get really upset because there's ravaging of the countryside going on, and his sovereignty is being impugned. So they even get into the sort of quasi-religious act of sacking religious locations which are just outside some of these major cities. So this kind of insult will not be stood. And in our story here, Attalus is the new king because he's the first of his line. He's the first sovereign ruler of the Pergamon Empire, and so he's the new kid in town. And he decides at this point he's going to send for the big kid on the block, which is Rome. Now Rome is still ascending because they've just finished their Carthaginian exploits. They've finished the Second Punic War, and they're feeling pretty good about themselves. So Attalus sends emissaries over and tries to get them to help. And they send a very nice letter back saying, "Hey, look, we are really war weary, and we recognize your right to exist and all that, but you're kind of on your own, kid." So he's not rebuffed outwardly, but they get the diplomatic short shrift. This kind of lets Philip just keep running roughshod over things, and he expands further into southeastern Greece until he attacks Athens directly. And at this point, now the Romans are their attention is caught, and they realize they perhaps need to at least send an emissary over just to kind of get an idea of what's going on. So they send Marcus Valerius Lavinius over to investigate what's going on with all of this adventuresome Philip V. And he sends back notes saying that yes, there's actually a problem here, so perhaps we need to intercede. So in 201, in Rome they have consuls every year for a year. Well, two new consuls come in 201, and they attempt to get the consul centurii, which is sort of like the House of Representatives. They try to convince them that they need to go to war and assist Pergamon. And the first time they ask them, the vote is a negative. They're not going to help. So Publius Sulpicius Galba and the other consul Gaius Aurelius Cotta go a second time and implore the committee, the People's Committee, to intercede. And the second time is the charm. They do get the grant of going to war. So they put together a couple of legions and send them across the Adriatic into the old Epirote kingdom there. And these are commanded by our general here tonight for the Roman, Flaminius. And what he attempts to do is to garner support from some of the local, smaller Greek kingdoms that are sort of under the thumb of Philip. And he's successful in doing that. So as he's moving inward towards northern Greece, towards Macedon, he's assembling this larger and larger force to come along with the legions that he has. And he's also got elephants, which, always a winner in these scenarios, right? And from the east, Pergamon starts to bring their city-states and their forces together to work, sort of get them both allied with the Romans, and to just for once and for all, take on the Macedonians. So our story tonight of this particular battle takes place in the hills. The Cynoscephalae are these hills here that we see in the middle of the map. And as they approach the village of Pherae and these hills that are located around, the place name here is Scotusa. And I liken this in the American Civil War to sort of like the Battle of Gettysburg. This wasn't meant to be a battle. It just kind of happened, and then it got worse and worse until it became a full-flung engagement. So the night before the battle takes place, there were heavy rains. And the next day, because of the humidity and the rain, there were fog banks all over these hills. So visibility was almost nothing. Philip sends on his right side there, he sends his cavalry forward with some light units that we see on those hills. And he wants to just kind of suss out. He knows the Romans are out there, and the Romans know he's out there, but they don't know exactly where they are. So he sends his lights out there with some cavalry, and sure enough, a small engagement starts on these hills. And that engagement slowly grows and grows on the Macedonian right, the Roman left, until they are fully engaged. And Flaminius goes and he starts to lead the forces on that left side. And they're driving the Macedonians back up the hill. They have the high ground, so they have some of the advantage. And it just keeps going back and forth until Flaminius realizes he needs to change his tack and go against the heavies here. Now, the forces on these sides are almost equal. There's about 25,000, it's 23,000 foot and 2,000 cavalry on both sides. Again, the Romans have some war elephants, which we have over here on the right flank, which are in reserve. So Flaminius decides that since Philip is so engaged on his own right, then perhaps Flaminius needs to come over and utilize the elephants on his right side. So he sends much of his right flank there over the hills into the phalanxes there, the phalanges, with Nicanor up there, and it works. I mean, they go right in and they pretty successful. In fact, they're so successful that this one very spirited legionnaire general decides to break off and take a smaller group and whip around behind what we would see the center there, where Philip V is, and they manage to completely surround them and flank them. And the Macedonians, in a moment of realizing that they're completely surrounded, they do what is their normal sign of surrender: is they take their pikes and they raise them up into the air as a sign of, I guess, surrender. But the Romans either didn't recognize this or they ignored it, and they just laid into them anyway. And that causes what is the massive devastation on the Macedonian side here. According to Polybius, there's 8,000 casualties for the Macedonians, whereas there's only about 700 for the Romans. But either way, that surrounding, that an attack while they're supposedly surrendering, forced them to flee the field. Philip is allowed to escape. Flaminius just lets him go, as for some reason, I don't know if he was just being generous or whatever, or just showing a sign of respect. But basically what happens here is the Romans allow Philip to keep his kingdom, but they set all of the smaller Greek city-states that Macedon has been controlling, has had their thumb on, and releases them, and now they all sort of pay tribute along with Macedon to Rome directly. And I believe it was something like 1,000 talents of silver to Rome. He had to completely disband his navy, most of his army, and as they used to do, he would send his own son as a, quote, hostage to live in Rome during this time. So even hostages in Rome were very well kept. They were usually living in a villa somewhere, kind of under house arrest, but it was a good life. It's a good life. So this will be the end of Philip V as a major player in the Mediterranean. This is the end of the Second Macedonian War, but more than anything, it proves the age-old question of which is a more effective fighting force: the flexible legions of the Romans or the more stout pikemen of the phalanxes that have been such a devastating force for the last 200 or 300 years on the Greeks, on the Greek peninsula. So that's where we are tonight. Quite a story. Kind of all over the place.
Indeed.
But full of intrigue. I love when these historical narratives start with somebody died, and then it just goes from there. So yeah, this was not meant to be a major engagement. It just sort of happenstance where they arrived at these hills and they said, well, it's not the place of our choosing, but we need to engage. And once you start committing forces, it's like this gravitational pull of the two forces just keep adding more and more until it becomes a major battle. And that's what happened here. So why don't you tell us how they're going to simulate this in the scenario tonight?
Well, as you can see, we have a variety of forces here tonight, and intervening hills in between. So if we go ahead and take a look at our terrain rules, we'll recall that hills provide a little bit of cover. Well, not cover, but any units that are battling uphill are maxed out at 2 dice, while foot units that are battling downhill or battling a unit on another hill are maxed out at 3 dice. Won't affect these light troops who are already occupying the hills, but the medium and heavy troops, as they try and take them, will be hampered by that terrain. Mounted units will be capped at 2 dice. We've got a unique special rule for this battle to simulate some of that Roman tactical flexibility. And this is our first optional rule. We don't have to use this rule if we don't want
That's
to.
true, but, we don't. When I read it, I said, yeah, we should absolutely do that.
So this is called tactical flexibility. So an unsupported Macedonian heavy infantry unit, and you've got quite a few of them, they may only battle back against Roman medium or heavy infantry units with 3 battle dice. Now, I'm not quite sure how this is really going to impact our play. We've been pretty good about keeping our units supported, but if any of these Macedonian heavy units gets isolated, they won't be as effective at fighting back against the Roman legionnaires.
Exactly. I think that's a very cool way to simulate, especially Nicanor over here on this right side with his heavies. He's got to make a choice of getting them supported or getting them into the battle. So, can he do both with those hills in the way? We shall see.
So we're playing to 6 banners tonight, and we're each going to have a hand of 5 command cards. So we'll be pretty even in those regards. And tonight, the Romans will go first. So I guess I will draw up my hand.
Okay.
5.
I will draw up my hand of 5.
And as always, good luck.
Good luck to you, sir.
All right, let's see what we're looking at here. I think we're going to go all in and activate 6 of our medium units, which thankfully is all we have.
You mean 5 units, right?
Oh, right, 5. I was thinking 6 banners.
That's right.
5 command cards. Right. Yep, you caught me. You caught me. I was trying to cheat. No, I wasn't, but all right. Yep, 5. So it'll be these 5. And that is my turn.
All right.
Tactical maneuvering on the part of the Romans.
I believe I will start with a little bit of move, fire, and move.
Ooh,
So
that's
we got 1, 2,
a good card for you.
4, 5. So we'll activate all these guys here. They'll move to there. There. And there. So we'll start with our shooting. Start over here on my far left flank. We'll target the medium with 1 die. There we go. That's a nothing. Just move our way down the line. Same target. A banner which you can ignore.
We'll ignore it.
Go with this one. 1 die. See, there's the medium I needed. And this one. Same target. Nothing. There's going to be a whole lot of nothing on this one. And down here, 1 die. Hey, we got 1 out of 5. 20%. Hooray! Okay, and we will move them. Let's see. We'll keep the other 2 there. We'll move him there. And move him to there. Actually, the slingers will come back to there. Okay. That works.
Okay.
Back to you.
I'm going to order 4 units on the right. Those 4. So my light infantry will be battling uphill, max out at 2 dice against your auxilia.
Okay.
And a retreat. My medium infantry battling uphill, again capped out at 2 dice. Hit and a retreat. And the mediums will advance and take that hill.
That's a good card.
Oh, well, that was effective.
I like that card. So I'm going to use it.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna do some pelting here first. Go here to here with 2 dice. Nothing. Oh, a retreat. Yes.
It's a retreat.
Yes. Okay. And these guys go there.
Yeah, that's the shot you want.
Yeah, it is. Come on. Oh, look at that. Rampage.
Okay.
All right. So here's your heavies. Ooh, get a hit. Squish, I believe, is the term you're looking for. Yes.
It is. That is.
And here's the unnamed adventurous Roman legion general, and he's okay. And that is all.
Well. All right. Now, you poke the elephant. So this is what you're
Yes,
gonna
I
get.
did.
We will start with said elephants attacking uphill. So remember, mounted units capped at 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that's obviously you're only rolling 2 against the green dice, so it's not going to change anything here with the elephant. So 2 dice, a sword.
Okay.
So that means another die gets to be rolled, and a flag.
Right.
So with the light cavalry light infantry in retreat, my light cavalry will turn their attention to those heavies. And throw a javelin. Oh well. And then over here, medium cavalry going uphill, 2 dice against light infantry. Nothing. You get 2 dice back.
Okay. Here we go. Ooh.
Ooh.
If I've learned nothing in my days on the farm, it's that horses don't like to be thrown at from above.
So that's going to eliminate them because they cannot retreat. 6 hexes. Well. That did not work the way I wanted it to.
Right. 2 units on the left will be those 2 will be Nicanor and the light unit. Nicanor will go there. And the light unit will just throw 2 javelins at your light cavalry. Here we go. 2 dice. Nothing. And that is all.
Throw caution to the wind. There, they'll go there. Okay. So elephants going against Nicanor and the heavy infantry, capped at 3 dice, going hill to hill.
It's actually, for mounted units, it's capped at 2.
Even hill to... Oh, so it is. Yep. All right. So 2 dice. Here we go.
Okay.
Boo.
So we will come back with 2 dice plus leader bonus.
You'll get 3.
Oh, that's right. Okay, one more. Well, you would have gotten +1 because of the mounted charge. So,
See, I told you I had 3. I knew I had 3.
so you go ahead and roll another one, and I'll roll another one, and then we'll be good.
All right. Here's mine.
Okay, so I will ignore that, and here is yours. And you get a retreat. Uh-oh. So,
All right.
we will start with the light cavalry right next to you. 2 dice.
Okay.
Nothing. The mediums down the hill. 1 squish. And then you get
And your heavies.
1 squish.
Squish.
You don't put elephants up hills, man. And give me a leader check. Okay, he's good.
All right. Now the light cavalry will follow up the elephant's charge with a charge of their own with 2 dice. Nothing.
Would also be 3 because it's
Right. Nothing.
okay. All right, so 3 dice coming back with leader bonus. 2 hits.
Well, poo.
Do a line command. Order those 3. Go there, there, there. Okay. So we'll start here. Go against your lights. You may evade if you wish.
We'll stand.
Okay. So 3 dice plus leader bonus. 1 hit. Nicanor now. We'll go after your light cav. 3 dice plus leader bonus. And gets him. And he'll advance. And go after the mediums, I think. Again with 3 dice downhill plus leader bonus. 2 retreats.
I am supported, so I can ignore one of them, so I'll just fall back 1.
Okay. And the lights do not have a target because they can't see over that hill now, so that is all for them.
Can activate 2 in my center. Those 2. All right, medium cavalry attacking your heavy infantry across the hilltops with 2 dice. All right, 2 dice.
3 back with leader. 1 hit.
All right.
We'll activate our medium troops, which are just the 2 medium calves. And okay, that is all.
Okay. Activate 2 on the left. These 2. Get them into the fight. So hilltop to hilltop, light infantry versus light infantry with 2 dice.
We will stand.
Okay. All right.
2 back.
Nothing there.
Retreat. And yeah, we will stand again on that one.
All right, 2 dice. Now there's a hit.
There's a hit. And coming back with 2. Just a retreat. These guys are like MVPs, man, on the hill.
Yeah.
To inspire the left leadership. All right. We will start here. What would they like to do?
They will stand.
Okay, so 3 dice plus leader bonus. 1 hit, 1 retreat. Okay. The lights up here. Go after your mediums. They can certainly evade if they like.
They'll stand.
Okay. 2 dice plus leader. 1 hit.
Two dice in return. A retreat.
Okay. And then finally Nicanor will go after those mediums. What would they like to do?
Evade.
Okay. So 3 dice. Only getting triangles. And a good evade. Okay. That is all.
Two on the left again. Attacking uphill with 2 dice.
I think we will evade this time.
Okay. A hit and a retreat.
Do 4 in the center. Those 4.
Slingers. I have to be slingers.
All right. So, some shots here. Start with this one. Targeting there with the 1 punitive javelin. Nothing. Here, another single. Hit. Here to the elephants. Rain rocks, my hawkmen. Nothing. Okay, that is all.
Two in the center. Those 2. All right, medium infantry going against light infantry, hilltop to hilltop, capped at 3 dice.
We will evade.
Okay. Good evade.
Activate inspired center leadership. Leader and 4.
Philip can no longer sit idly back. He smells blood in the water.
Yes, Philip is enraged. Okay, so we will start with here to your auxilia with just a single spite spear. Nothing. And then the heavies hill to hill against your mediums with 3 dice. That's not bad. Okay, that is all.
Three in the center. Going after your heavies. Across the hilltop with 3 dice.
Okay. Alright, so they are supported. So just a hit. Coming back with 3 dice. Just 1. Do 3 on the right. Those 3. Actually, no. We'll do this one to there. Okay. Alright, so we'll do to your lights.
I'll stand.
Okay. 3 dice. 1 hit.
Nothing. Oh, a flag.
So 1, 2.
Back to the hills.
Okay. And these guys have 1 to there. Single die. Nothing. Alright. That's all.
Four on the left. Those 3. Going after your light infantry with 3 dice.
Okay. Wipe out.
2 hits.
We'll do inspired right leadership, but I don't have a leader on the right, so it will just be one of my choice. And I think we will see if we can't finish these mediums. 3 dice. And we do. And that is all.
Alright. I'm going to order 3 units in the center. Those 3. Fresh mediums up the hill, attacking your heavies now with leader support with 3 dice.
Okay.
A hit.
Okay. I am unsupported, but it doesn't matter because we're on the hill anyway. So 3 dice. Just a retreat.
The Auxilia will battle uphill with 2 dice and attempt to dislodge those heavies.
Okay. They do.
A hit and a retreat.
All right.
They are dislodged. And I will take the very rare step and advance my Auxilia.
Now darken the sky.
Oh dear.
1, 2, 3. I these are the only ones that qualify because they're not adjacent to anything. So just those three. Okay. We'll start here. Go first volley. One hit. Second volley. Nothing. Alright. Move on to this light slinger here. I think he can do more damage over here on the elephant. So 2. Nothing. Another 2. Nothing. Wow. And finally, these guys against your lights. 2. And 1 hit. And another. Nothing. And that is all.
Order my heavy troops into battle. I'll show you how to take a hill, says Flaminius. Alright. Hill to hill. Flaminius and his Roman legions going after your light infantry.
I think they will evade.
Okay. 3 dice cap. Good evade.
Actually, they will go that hill.
Elephant. 2 dice against your heavy infantry.
Okay.
Sword. So 1 more die for the sword. Another sword. And a retreat.
So 2 hits and a leader check.
So let's make that leader check now.
Okay.
Your leader is fine, so that means you can ignore the retreat.
Shall. We'll come back with 3 dice plus leader. And 1 hit.
That is all.
Okay. We will attempt to rally. And here's 5 dice. So, medium, which I don't need, and a heavy and 2 of my choice. So 1, 2 there, and 1 there. And they will both be activated. Alright, so we'll start with the heavy here, adjacent to Phillip. I'll go against your auxilia with 3 dice plus leader bonus.
Okay.
1 hit, 2 retreats. Okay, and they will stand. And he will go against the elephant there with 3 dice plus leader. And I believe they cannot evade, that's right. Or can they?
No.
Okay. 3 dice. Rampage. So here is the medium cavalry. 2 dice. That's alright.
And the heavy infantry, they're fine.
Okay.
Now you for a second, I'm like, what?
Yeah, what? He will take ground, and he will go against the medium down the hill there with 3 dice plus leader. Get him. And that is all.
Activate 3 on the right. Lose 3. Battling uphill against your heavies with 2 dice. A hit and a retreat.
Okay. see the result of that leader check. Alright, so we will stand and give you 3 dice back plus leader. And here's the single leader check. He's okay.
All right, 3 more dice with leader. Bonus uphill. Oh, I got him.
Okay. Hit. All right.
And here's single leader check for Nicanor. Ooh.
Get him. Right back in it.
There's a little bit of light, huh? We'll see. I don't know if I can come back from this.
Activate light troops. That's 5. So there. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. We'll start over on the left side with 1 die. It's your light. Nothing. Slinger. 2 dice against the elephant. So
well, they can only rampage at once, I guess. So
here's the auxilia. The hit.
But he will fall back too.
Okay. And then finally,
Power of rock.
behold the power of stone. Alright, what would these lights like to do?
Evade for their lives.
3 dice. Here goes. Green circles only. And that's good evade. That is all.
There we go. The saddest line command of all time. On flat, even ground, medium with 4 dice, going against your auxilia with leader bonus.
Okay.
2 hits.
And 3 back. A retreat.
Alright, second medium unit with leader bonus, 4 dice.
Gets him.
And 2.
Two on the right. Go. 3 dice. Green circles only. Nothing.
I'll stand and fight.
Well, they don't have a choice because they're auxilia. We fight.
That's right. I'll stand and fight.
3 dice. 3 hits.
Oh. 3 dice back. A hit.
Okay, that is all.
Two in the center. Those 2. All right, going after your cavalry.
We will evade.
5 dice. Since we're on flat ground. 1 hit.
Go 3 on the right. Alright. Let's start with that first. 3 dice.
All right, I have to do this.
Yeah, yeah.
3 dice. 1 hit. Hoping for a flag.
Alright, here we go. 3 dice. And there it is.
Yeah.
Ah!
I had some good cards. I just never had the right synergy. So
Really, yeah.
good game.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Good
Thank
game.
you. All right, let's take a much-needed bathroom break because I'm sitting here doing the dance, and we will return and swap sides, and I'm sure the synergy will be there on the other side.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, knocking out the heavy and Nicanor, that was pretty cool. I mean, that closed the gap significantly.
That gave me a little hope.
Yeah,
So
cool.
I mean, I've had that first strike card for a while, and I was hoping to lure Nicador off the hill.
Right.
You know, thinking that you'd want to roll those 5 dice against my elephant, and then hit you with the first strike.
Right. Yeah.
And then I was trying to get Flaminius on flat ground and see if he'd come up with Phillip
Right.
or somebody like that, but I just had to play it defensively once he went after my weakened units.
Yeah.
So.
Round 2. You are the Macedonians, and I get to go first this time with the Romans.
Ew.
So I will draw my cards first. All right.
Let's drop my hand. Okay.
Seeing cards I have not seen in a very, very long time.
Is it your old friend Double Time?
Oh, yeah. How did you know? Wow.
You two are fast.
You I understand what you meant on the synergy part. It's just looking over this initial 5, and it's just like, eh. I mean, I can do some things, but they're not great. I'm not seeing what I need to do as the Romans here, because those hills are now, having known the defense of the hills. That's pretty daunting. So you either need a big old breakthrough, like a double time card perhaps, or something. So I think I'll do. We'll do a fire move.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not great.
That's a card that lets you gain some ground.
Yeah.
I mean, you can move 4 hexes with that card.
Yeah. Let's see. I can do 5. Do those. Okay. So those 5. Go there. Okay, so we've moved everybody forward. Let's see if we can't knock some people off a hill. So there's 1 die looking for a retreat or a green circle. Neither. Same down here. There's a retreat, and they're blocked. Okay. Take on the Slinger Jerks. 1 die. The hit. And then only target down here is 1 die against your Auxilia. And we get a retreat. Okay, so moving back now. Okay.
Going to inspire my leader in the center.
Oh, Phillip, you card.
Phillip. And 4 of his adjacent units. So that'll be all of those guys.
It's dark in the sky.
Okay.
It's not as bad again. I would love to maximize it one time, but it's just those 3.
Yeah.
So, go here. Actually, go... They're both supported, but that one's blocked, so...
But the Auxilia wouldn't be supported.
Yeah, he's touching 2.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right. I'm just saying because he's on the tail, but,
right.
But he's on the tail.
Yeah, so...
Right.
Here we go. First volley. 1 hit.
Okay.
Second volley. Nothing. Okay, we'll go against the heavies. So first volley, nothing. Second volley, nothing. And then against the lights here, first volley, a retreat.
Oh, the light's up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then second volley against these guys, a hit. And that is all for the Dark in the Skies.
Order 3 units in the center. Alright. Slingers will let fly against the cavalry. That'll be 2 dice. Knock one guy off his horse.
Pink.
Heavy infantry with Phillip's support will attack the light infantry hill to hill.
So that would be 3 either way. Yeah, we're gonna go with evade.
Alright. Escape unscathed.
3 on the left. Okay, 2 dice from the lights. Nothing. And 3 from the Auxilia.
Can't know where to go.
Nowhere to run.
So they are supported. So that is 1 I can ignore, but I can't ignore the other one. 2 dice back.
Ooh, nice. Scrappy. That's it for them.
Call for line command. Or that block of troops. So there. Okay. Auxilia attacking downhill against your cavalry.
Okay.
3 dice. Gonna stand for it.
Go for it.
Okay. Send them packing. Chuck a javelin across the valley.
Strike true.
Auxilia will attack Auxilia. 3 dice. 1 hit.
Fight back with the last muster of their being. And get 2 hits.
And let's see if the heavy's going uphill. Can finish them off with 2 dice. They cannot.
3 dice down. A hit and a retreat.
Boo.
I like that card, so I'll use it.
You've got quite the line to command. Hello.
All right, and that is it. Oh, we do have some. We got some shooters. Okay, so go 1 die against them. Nothing. And same target. Nothing. And that is all.
Alright, we'll attempt to outflank you. Those guys. Alright. 2 javelins thrown across the valley this time.
A hit.
And then battling back uphill with 2 dice.
Got him.
I'll do it. They will advance into the hills.
This is where the synergies come into play, like you were saying.
Your units don't act like they normally do because of the hills. So
right.
We've got these heavy hitting units, and they're not hitting for 5 dice and 4 dice. It's 2 dice and 3 dice across the board most of the time. So
Yep.
You just can't bowl your way across the board like I normally like to. This requires finesse. I don't have.
All right. Leadership, any section.
Okay. You got 2 sections to choose from.
I think it will be those. Okay. So we will start over here with 2 dice at your heavies up the hill.
Okay.
Getting nothing.
They'll come back with 3 dice down the hill.
That's pretty darn effective.
Punishing those mediums.
Okay. And then these mediums go there with 3 dice hill to hill plus leader bonus.
Okay. Ooh.
Striking hard.
3 dice with leader bonus striking back.
So we can ignore one because we're supported, but we have to take the other. And that is all.
I didn't want to do this right now, but ordering those 5 units. So they'll go after that lone medium unit with 5 dice. Now they're back on even ground.
Okay. Easily dispatched.
Philip will battle across the hilltops to those mediums with 3 dice. No, I'm not going to press my luck.
Well, that turned. So I will.
See, you had another line command.
I told you I did.
Not sure you did. You did not lie. Hello.
Hello.
It's the Roman Legion. All of them.
Alright. We'll start here with 3 dice plus leader bonus.
Okay.
2 hits. Alright, so these guys are not supported, so they only get to battle with 3 dice.
That's true. With leader support.
That's good. Alright. And then Flaminius will attack the same target with... Okay.
Okay. It's still 3 dice, though.
Yes.
Well, that's probably not that as smart as I thought it was going to be then. Alright, 3 dice.
3 hits. Alright. Does Flaminius fall? No. Okay. So 5 dice back. Oof.
Oh.
And Flaminius will not advance. So moving down the line here, we got 2 dice there from the lights.
Okay.
Hill to hill, plus leader bonus. Nothing.
3 dice back. 1 leader hit.
The auxilia, get 1 die at your slingers. Nothing. And that is all for the rest of it.
Okay, I'll draw my card first.
Oh, yep, sorry. Go ahead. There you go.
Try a coordinated attack. Those 3 units. The auxilia will attempt to dislodge the light infantry from the hilltop.
Okay, we will evade.
3 dice. Philip will go after Flaminius with 3 dice and leader bonus. And 1 dice for Flaminius. He lives to fight another day. Philip will come down off the hill and go after that Auxilia. Now rolling 5 dice with leader bonus. And I'll make that final advance to there.
That's pretty good.
Ooh, hello. Where your mediums?
Sadly, the elephants don't really factor in, but we will move them there. They'll move there, and they'll move there.
All right. So.
All right. So medium cav first against the auxilia.
Normally 2 dice, but it will be 3 with the charge.
That's right. Okay. So 3 dice.
Oh. Oh, hello. Or actually, goodbye.
They will advance. Battle again.
So you are still capped at 2, but again, you get your extra charge die.
Right, so there they are. Same target, 3 dice. One more hit.
And 3 dice coming back. A hit and a retreat.
Okay. And then the big title bout, Flaminius versus Phillip, with 4 dice now, plus leader bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Big roll, big roll. And 2 hits.
2 hits. All right, coming
and
back.
Wait.
Make that all importantly to check.
Later check. Here we go. Almost.
5 dice with leader bonus. There we go.
3 hits. And that is all. You want to check Flaminius to see if he falls in battle? He's okay. So, wow. That was... I'm not quite sure where it turned. This one's really this is a tough one for the Romans.
Yeah. You know, in our game, or the first round, I started the game with some cards on that right flank, the right Roman flank, and thought I should try and just focus on that right flank and see if I can't grind those 5 units up. And then I ran out of gas.
Right.
And then I had nothing. Then it was just, something on the left, something in the center, and I could never get it going. And then I kind of started kicking myself, like, why am I playing his game? Why am I going up into those hills where, my units aren't as effective, and his units are as effective as they could be anyway.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this one for me, I thought started with some promise because I was picking you off, just doing little piecemeal stuff with the lights, and then when I got the line command and I closed, I figured I would still have safety in numbers, but you managed even in a couple of those attacks with Phillip nearby to just the mediums, or the 2 mediums first, just bing bang, and then the heavy just out of nowhere just wipe that out. So
yeah.
that was the core of it, and once those crumbled, the rest of it just it was only a matter of time. So this one is definitely a tricky one for the Romans because of the hills. You can do it, and I don't even think I was playing impatiently. I had the line commands and was like, well, I got it. You're not coming out of the hills until you did, of course, which was great with Phillip. But yeah, I don't know. I thought I had a solid plan, but like you said, the cards didn't really present some good strategy possibilities from the opening. So that fire move seems like it's an open, a decent, hey, get out there, and then peppering with the dark in the sky again. I thought I could do the same thing in reverse this time, but I don't know that it works that well for the Romans.
Well, all right.
Well, okay. So
In
final
tonight's
score then.
battle,
Final score then is you have 10 to my 7. So you end up taking the knight, if I'm doing the mathematics correctly. And this one was decisively a Macedonian overwhelming between. Yeah, I mean I had six. Yeah, so 12 to 7, 12 to 5, something like that. 12 to 5. Um, for the Macedonians versus the Romans. So this is a pretty lopsided affair, and I don't know why that is, other than the the heavies. I mean, the heavies and Philip just are situated in such a way. Even the way that we hamstrung them didn't really factor because they were on hills most of the time. So, um, any final thoughts before we look forward to next week?
I think I think we said all we need to
I,
say.
I think we're ready to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
not my
I mean,
favorite scenario on this one so far.
challenging. But
Yeah,
yeah.
but look, we've got not counting Indus, which we've already done. We have 3 scenarios left in the Eastern Kingdoms here. So we got Magnesia,
That's right.
Cronium, and Pydna, and then we get to move to the forests of primeval Gaul. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But you get to do the research for Magnesia.
So we'll be heading east
Okay,
next week.
good.
And, the Romans try to expand their influence in the Mediterranean. And, come up against the largest chunk of Alexander's old empire. His
Yes.
empire, our good buddy, young Antioch.
And
Antioch.
Antiochus, yes. I am. It's funny because the timing on this is perfect because right now I am listening with my Audible credits to the rise of ancient Rome, and I just happen to be at the point during Pompey and sort of the late second century, early first century, where the Roman expansion to the east and taking over Greece and the Near East. So they're really setting up the what will later become the full Roman Empire. So this is perfect timing on that. For me, anyway. But hey, if you've enjoyed watching this, this is my weekly admonition to you to click the little subscribe button or ring the bell or do whatever so that you can find out when I post these. I try to get them out each and every week. We have a pretty decent ongoing schedule here. And if you like Ancients, or if you like the Civil War, or if you like World War II, I got videos for everything. Some instructional, some playthrough. And we're having fun no matter what. So come join us, and we appreciate your support as always. Anything else, Peter, before we go?
Good night.
And good night. We'll see you all next week. Have a good one.